Good morning, boys and girls. Thanks for joining me again. This is Arzu. I wanted to share a new book that was brought to my attention by some teachers at my school. And once I ordered the book and I got it, I fell in love with it. And as you guys know, I always try to share the stories that I love best with you. So this story is called Have You Filled a Bucket Today? It's a guide to daily happiness for kids. So here I am sharing it with you guys. The author is Carol McLeod, and the illustrations are by David Messing. All right, guys. This is a book that was the winner of 8 awards. Check it out. Mom's Choice Awards. I like that. All right. All day long, everyone in the whole wide world walks around carrying an invisible bucket. That must be me too, and you too. You can't see it, but it's there. You have a bucket, your mom and dad each have a bucket, your sister and brother have a bucket. It looks like the cats and the dogs also have a bucket, which is great. Your grandparents, friends, and neighbors all have a bucket. Everyone carries an invisible bucket. So can we see this bucket? It's invisible, so we can't see it with our eyes, but we know it's there. Your bucket has one purpose only. Its purpose is to hold your good thoughts and good feelings about yourself. I love that. I love that I have my own personal invisible bucket for the good thoughts and the good feelings I have for myself, and you do too. You feel very happy and good when your bucket is full. And when you feel very sad and lonely, it's when your bucket is empty. Like maybe I haven't had many good thoughts about myself or good feelings about myself. Or maybe that's how you feel too when your bucket is kind of empty. Other people feel the same way too. They're happy when their buckets are full and they're sad when their buckets are empty. It's great to have a full bucket, and this is how it works. You need other people to fill your bucket, and then other people need you to fill theirs. So, here's the important question. How do we fill those invisible buckets? It sounds like I must fill yours, and then you can fill mine. Okay? I really want to learn more about this, you guys. These buckets look very cute with the sparkly rainbows. Sounds like good stuff. I want to have more of that. You fill a bucket when you show love to someone, when you say or do something kind, or even when you give someone a smile. You guys, that doesn't even sound hard to do. I can do that. That's being a bucket filler. Wow, I wonder if you guys have ever noticed that when you say something kind to someone, or even when you just smile at them, that you're filling their bucket. That's fairly easy to do, huh? Not even terribly hard at all. A bucket filler is a loving, caring person who says or does nice things that make other people feel special. When you make someone feel special, you're filling a bucket. So that's what it's about. I try to help other people feel good, and that's how I can fill their bucket. And in return, they can fill my bucket by making me feel special. I love the sound of this, you guys. Sounds like a lot of positive feelings. But you can also dip into a bucket and take out some good feelings. You dip into a bucket when you make fun of someone, when you say or do mean things, or even when you ignore someone. So she has her bucket, and it looks like she had some of those good feelings and thoughts, but they're kind of falling out, and these other girls are kind of taking it out of her bucket because it looks like maybe they were teasing her, making fun of her, or saying something that wasn't nice. And that emptied her bucket. That's being a bucket dipper. You know, just reading that kind of made me feel sad. So I'm pretty sure I don't really want to be a bucket dipper. I have to think about that to make sure I'm not being a bucket dipper, because I don't want to make anyone feel that way. If I have the power to make them feel great, why wouldn't I want to do that? A bully is a bucket dipper. A bucket dipper says or does mean things that make others feel bad. So we might know some folks around us like that, huh? Sometimes other folks don't make best choices either. And so yeah, they can make us feel not special and dip into our bucket. All right, good to know what to look for. Many bucket dippers have an empty bucket. They think they can fill their own bucket by dipping into someone else's, but that will never work. You never fill your own bucket when you dip into someone else's. So what I just learned is that sometimes if someone's bucket looks full, someone might want to be a bucket dipper and take those good feelings or thoughts out, thinking if they do that, they can take those good thoughts and feelings and put them into their own bucket. But it doesn't work that way. Remember, you guys, the whole thing was only someone else can make you feel special to fill that bucket for you. You can't take the good feelings from someone else and make them your own. Someone else has to try to make you feel special. But guess what? When you fill someone's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. Wow, that's like double. That's like extra free stuff. I love that. You feel good when you help others feel good. So you guys, I just learned right along with you that if I go out of my way to be kind and helpful to someone else to make them feel special, as soon as I fill their bucket, automatically my bucket gets filled as well. So that means I can fill my own bucket. And the way that happens is when I choose to be good and kind to others, my bucket gets automatically filled. I love the sound of this. That's a good deal. I think I want some of that. All day long, we're either filling up or dipping into each other's buckets by what we say and what we do. Try to fill a bucket and see what happens. All right. I have to be aware of this when I'm being a dipper because I don't want to be a dipper. I'd like to be filling the buckets because then mine get filled too. You love your mom and dad. Why not tell them you love them? You can even tell them why. Your caring words will fill their buckets right up. That's a great idea. So let me think. I love my mom. What would I tell her? I would tell her, Mom, I love you because you always take such good care of me if I ever get sick. My mom always does, and it makes me feel good. I should tell her that. That would make her feel special. And as soon as I tell her that, I fill my own bucket, you guys. Shh, don't tell. I wonder what you might share with your parents as one of the many reasons you love them. Watch for smiles to light up their faces. You will feel like smiling too. A smile is a good clue that you have filled a bucket. How easy. I'll be able to tell. So if someone looks happy and there's a smile on their face, I was successful in filling their bucket. Wonderful. And I'll probably smile back, which means my bucket was filled. If you practice, you'll become a great bucket filler. Just remember that everyone carries an invisible bucket and think of what you can say or do to fill it. So, here are some ideas for you. You could smile and say hi to the bus driver. He has a bucket too. You could invite the new kid at school to play with you. Oh, that's how you could fill his bucket. You invite friends to play. You could write a thank you note to your teacher, or you could write a thank you note when someone gives you something so that you can acknowledge that. You could tell your grandpa that you like to spend time with him. There are many ways to fill a bucket. I love the sound of that again. Bucket filling is fun and easy to do. It doesn't matter how young or old you are. It doesn't cost any money. It doesn't take much time. And remember, when you fill someone else's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. When you're a bucket filler, you make your home, your school, and your neighborhood better places to be. Bucket filling makes everyone feel good. So, why not decide to be a bucket filler today and every day? Just start each day by saying to yourself, I'm going to do something to fill someone's bucket today. Remember, it's free. It doesn't take much time or energy to do it, and it makes you feel great. And at the end of each day, ask yourself, did I fill a bucket today? Yes, I did. That's the life of a bucket filler. And that's you. I love that story. I hope you guys did too. I don't normally get to see pictures of the authors, but here they are, you guys. Miss Carol McLeod and let's see, I've got his Dave Messing. Dave Messing. Yep. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. You know, it's a really nice reminder that it's really not hard to be nice to others and to make them feel good. And the freebie in it, the super awesome like cherry on top with the whipped cream, is that when you are kind and good to others, it always comes back to you, meaning you're gonna feel great as well. So, have you filled a bucket today? Maybe you can think about some cool ways to fill a bucket very easily, very quickly, and very happily of your mom, your dad, grandma, grandpa, cousins. Maybe you can make a phone call, write a letter, something cool. I bet you can think of a way to do something to make them feel special, and know that as soon as you do that and that smile lights them up, that same good energy is going to come back to you and you'll have filled your bucket too. All right, you guys, let's keep being bucket fillers, not dippers. And if we do, we got to make up for it. That's okay. It's possible. We all make mistakes, but we can always try to fix things. So have a great day, and I will see you guys very soon for another read aloud. I hope you liked it.